So when I had gone upstairs to visit Justin and the cats in the apartment upstairs, in typical fashion, there were Tetris blocks, these little Tetris light blocks and Jenga pieces scattered all over the table. I thought my good friend Justin had lost his mind. I thought he was playing with toys in the living room, and he went on this little 5-minute stream of consciousness burst of creativity where he's just like, I got this plan. There's gonna be shipping containers. There's gonna be a park. And I'm gonna square it out like this. And look at the way I lined up. I thought something was wrong with you. You all right? Are you okay now?
From East Bagg Square to West Bagg Square, just encouraging people to walk and explore. And our concept is to put 4 containers here for this summer.
So again, with the walkability, you'll be able to come right up the sidewalk. You'd actually be able to stand in the street like this if nobody comes and utilize all the space. So even with 10 vendors in the containers, we can continue to use this space for music or other people that would want to come in too. So it wouldn't just be limited to just the containers, but really a lot of options for everybody.
I think it took me a little while to understand the concept that you guys had in place for it. And once I saw the working concepts for what he had in mind, it made so much more sense. And I think personally, once the actual feeling of getting down to the park and working on that space, that's when it became this real concept where it never felt like it wasn't going to work once we actually started getting people down there and having the community reach out and be part of something. That's when it really felt like it took off.
Volunteering was very fun and very rewarding. So it was nice to come down as a group with people I knew, people I didn't know, and getting dirty, getting stuff done, and you'd immediately see a little bit of progress. Like I remember one day I left and I came back and all of a sudden this whole field is gone and it's cobblestone. So kind of, you saw an immediate reward and then you saw the big reward on like opening day.
Word of mouth, what was happening, social media, wherever they saw it, and people just wanted to be involved in a way that I don't think that even in our wildest dreams we could have predicted. We sure would have liked people to be involved, but the sheer amount of people who just wanted to be a part of something, to want to be involved in this massive undertaking, which really was a massive undertaking if you saw what the park looked like from where it was in the beginning to where it is now. And I thought that was really something that really we couldn't have predicted even in our wildest dreams, and I don't know if we could replicate again, just that sheer community outreach that we felt.
I thought when we first met, I thought it was more possible than once we started hearing about some of the hurdles that were being kind of thrown down in front of everybody. I mean, a lot of it's just like government procedural stuff that they have to go through to lease the land that we're looking at. But once those hurdles came, I was just like, ooh, it's gonna be really tough to get anything for this summer. But, miracles do happen every day, so we got it.
I feel like the first time we heard about Handshake.City was probably when we were still in LA and talking about moving back to Utica to take over the Uptown. And I think it was one of the many things about this area that made us excited to come back after being away for so long. To see that so many new things were happening, so many organic kind of grassroots things, and this is one of them, The fact that you guys took this underutilized space that was before a light down there and is now a community gathering spot. I remember that standing out as one of the things that made us think that maybe Utica was getting a little bit hip again.
I was very busy as a vendor, so that's good. I sold a lot of my merchandise. I met a lot of people. There was music, so it was a different atmosphere than I'm used to vending at. I think it's good for businesses, small businesses, people that are starting up, and even people that don't have a shop that people can visit.
When we're talking about an urban or commercial revitalization project, you never expect it to be done all in one shot, unless you have just boatloads of money. I always, when I'm even designing for residences, I try to tell people, I mean, look, you don't have to have your paradise tomorrow. It's something that you can build towards, and having that master plan that will change as you go along based on your utilization of the space, totally normal, and it should be that way because you're actually creating something that's functional and useful to you.
The heavy lifting is over now, and if we can just move forward especially from a budget standpoint. When you're doing park improvements and not park creation, you're gonna allow yourself to actually show people stuff from a visual standpoint that we couldn't do in year one, because you're talking about spending half your budget on just getting containers there and excavating the land, and that's why you rely so much on volunteer work. Now if you can, pay artists to put installations there, if you can have the extra budget to put more routine programming, you're gonna start seeing that space being realized more in 2019 than you probably did in 2018, and a lot of that is because we spent so much time having to try to explain to people what it's going to be. It'll be nice to be able to show them now this is what it will be.